Alrighty. I'm gonna do the next chapter of our campaign. We're gonna start out with the submission, and then we're gonna move on to the actual chapter. There's two Kadamas here. Um, I believe I remember where they're at. I have the Kadama sensor on there just so you can see it in the map. It's a little green dot, or the compass rather. And then, yeah. Pray at the shrine, get a little bit of Amrita. Wasn't enough to give us a level up. It'll be alright though. Those are good. Where's the... There they are. Set as shortcut. There we go. Remember, it's pretty good. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oof. I was gonna say, remember, it's easier to high stand strong down the hill than up the hill. It's alright though. It gives you a good little experience to see how that works. And I even got a little ninjutsu thing. So you can still ready your jitsu from that. I'm gonna actually take a couple points in that. It's nice to sneak up on people. So now when I come by, this guy, I don't know why he woke up. Theoretically, I'm supposed to be silent. This guy hates me. He's even gonna go for a grapple. He don't like me. Alright, so... Oh yeah. Unfortunately, the Kadama's on the other side. That's right. Oh, chest. The Kadama's over there where that yellow stuff is. So, that is a running quick and a spear flourish. You want to go ahead and get used to that combo real quick. It is a pretty decent little spam. It will interrupt what they're doing most of the time, so yeah. Close the gap and get in there. Spear Flourish is a key pulse, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that in the last episode. That's what makes it so good, is that it activates on a key pulse. A lot of people will use Um, yeah, I'll avoid that. I don't think there's anything in there. A lot of people use Reckless Arcana on Spear Flourish. I think there's a better Arcana than Reckless on Flourish. Actually, not for. There's a better skill for Reckless Arcana than Spear Flourish, because it also does not have a key pulse. And that would be Fatal Strike, or Fatal Thrust, which we haven't unlocked yet. But Fatal Thrust does not have a key pulse attached to it at all. You can't key pulse after it, unfortunately. But it makes it for like a perfect candidate for Reckless. And what the Reckless Arcana does is basically it increases the damage of a skill, but for the cost that it can't key pulse afterwards. Oof. It. That wasn't very clean, but it is what it is. We'll get you another Righteous Jasper. It don't always gotta be clean, right? It's just gotta be done. Go ahead and put a couple points into Omnio. We don't have any Omnio yet, but we will be getting some in this next level. So go ahead, add this Spear Shove. The last skill we're gonna get in that, and then we'll go get this Fatal Thrust. We won't be able to unlock Fatal Thrust yet, but we can set it up for success. I believe it is the mission after this mission that we can unlock it. So it's coming up pretty quick. Spoiler alerts. So if you talk to this guy, which I should have done in the submission, because it'll actually give you stuff. Make sure you talk to him 3 times. Most NPCs, if you're wondering, talk to him 3 times, and yeah. Ooh, I can get that next. sweet, I can get it now. You like the, I spear flourished him away. That's pretty sick. I like that. I don't often get to do that. Awesome. Now I can actually sneak attack, which is pretty cool. I don't know if there's any enemies that will actually give me the chance to do that this level. I'm sure there's a few. Honestly, that was probably one of them I could have. Oh yeah. I forgot to go behind this house. Oh, you fucker. There we go. I'll show you what sneak attack does real quick. Easy. In later difficulties, enemies will have curses, and that's one of the easiest ways to get rid of it. Besides a burst counter, which, you know, obviously it tells you in the description. Sneak attacks will also get rid of it. And it does quite a bit of damage. Scampus gives me my anima to full. Scampus also does a lot of key damage to enemies if you use it. There's a couple enemies if you like, you'll see Rin Hayabusa later, and Tadaboshi, and just know most of these are made pretty easy with the correct buffs and stuff. But one of the best buffs is Scampus, because Scampus just does a ton of key damage. That red eye attack is burst counterable, by the way. If you, I don't know, I'm sure you saw what I just did, but yeah, keep that in mind. Not all the time you'll have anima, so I'll use like body swap and stuff, but it's nice to know that. That's how I like to deal with it. Okay, he's asleep. I have nothing to throw at him. Well, I got rocks to throw at him, but I'm not doing that. Usually he wakes up pretty early, so I'm not sure why that happened, but I'll gladly take it. Rocks on wheels, hit him. And what do we got up here? I don't think we have. I think we got everything up here. I think there's a thing back here though. Just killing all these enemies, moving along. NPC grave will help out for the next part. Because coming up next, well, not immediately next, but next, before the next checkpoint, is everybody's favorite soul pour upon Datari. I got Spear Shove. I can do that now. Spear Shove has a ton of break damage. It's one of the best spear break damages. Personally, I believe God of Wind on dual swords and Crashing Waves. I believe it's Crashing Waves. Let me go check on the Odachi. Yeah, Crashing Waves have a ton of break damage. Way better than Spear Shove. But for Spear Shove is premier key damage, break damage, central. So we're going to use it, and we're going to love it, because that's what we got. Alright, in that shed there is up upon Datari. And we are going to buff up a little bit. Use our Sacred Water. And give it a respectful amount of distance. So honestly, I know that made it look easy. I did get a little lucky. There's a couple moves that make it hard to deal with. One, when he jumps up on his hammer or his Odachi and just pogo sticks it, you have to basically just run. There's nothing you can do. Remember, 3 times is the charm. yeah, you basically just have to run when he pogo sticks his hammer or dachi. Nothing you can do. Don't try. You just break your key and be sad. Because once he breaks your key, he breaks you. I didn't know if somebody actually ran off in there and died, or if they just put the NPC there. It's just an NPC though. You know, I could put a guardian spirit on there. Yeah, now I have 2 guardian spirits. I would prefer to have Gozuki. I should have grinded Gozuki out because it makes this next boss, Anera, a lot easier. Because Anera likes to Anera likes to jump backwards a lot, which is why I like Feral so much. It's because he likes to evade your shit, and then every time you go attack, or every time you go to dodge, he likes to follow up. So he can be an annoying first real hurdle, you know. But anyways, fucking dang move. We get to fight another one. Okay, I'm letting my key recover. Keep your space and you let your key recover. I could have burst countered forward and actually burst countered that, but I got scared. It's alright. That's why Feral's so good early on. I'm not really worried about arrows. After this mission, I can buy them. But, you know, a little bit of conservatism might help a little bit. Oof. Try to go for that sneak attack. Okay, the dweller's gonna bomb me now. Break that one of yours. So he's pretty much out of key. Which means I can go for that. That's why I didn't try to pressure him too much, just because I knew he was pretty much out of key, and if he does a burst counter move, I can just burst counter and yokai shift grapple him. That's the that's why breaking horns are kind of important, is because when you break a horn, you're pretty much able to just burst counter and go. Sometimes they will be kind of a butt about it and not do what you want them to, but for the most part, the point stands. So Eagle Eye is The next ninjutsu I'm getting because I gotta clear, I guess, one mission before I can unlock these. But Eagle Eye is an insane early on uh, ninjutsu because it increases the damage your bow does exponentially. You can pretty much one shot everything that's not a boss, uh, and maybe like a really tough yokai. But I'm really not kidding on that. Okay. We can do this correctly and do all of the content here. As much as I'd love to speedrun this level, I feel I wouldn't do it justice if I didn't do the... I knew it was coming up, but I didn't realize it was that close. Dwellers have two grabs. One, they beat you with a rock, and two, they hurl vomit at you, or poison breath, or whatever. Yeah, it's worth it. Yeah. Agility, look at me go. Alright. Got 3 arrows, that's not bad. Lots of sacred arrows. Oh, okay, I see. This was the route if I wanted to get a plunge attack on the guy who owned the Dark Realm. Alright, there's 2 dwellers up here. Pop. Ah. Mid stance strong, has quite a bit of range. I promise you I'm not using aimbots. I just you'll start to remember where things are the more you play. Oh no, I used my sacred arrow. Okay, see how this chest has 3 little dingaloons on the side. Okay, 1, 2, 3. right? That means there is a Mugina inside. And if you look at a Mugina, it's basically a nutsack. I'm not even shitting you, that's its nutsack. What you can do, which I probably should have, is it'll do an emote. Like it'll whistle, or it'll bow, or it'll do any of your emotes. But luckily, it's only these first 9 that you have open, right? Match that emote, and it'll drop whatever it would have had inside without killing it. But you can sneak attack it, and it'll probably kill it if you want. So use that knowledge if you want. I usually just drop stones for these. Sometimes I'll drop sakes for them. Like the shitty sakes. Not the Dijons or whatever it is that gives like elemental resistance. Those are too valuable. But there's a couple sakes that I might drop for it. It likes sake, so it will actually give you more occasionally if you drop alcohol for it. Oh yeah. Come on. Yeah, try not to fight on bridges. You'll just fall down and hate yourself. Alrighty. Try to remember what Okay, I remember. There is 3... Where are they at? 3 Gakis over there. If I can plunge attack them correctly, I can get all 3 of them. Just like that. Now I get an extra spear proficiency. Look at that. Look at me go. Body swap. So for against red eye attacks, I can now body swap. And all that is I like how it doesn't even do damage to boxes. It's very minimal damage anyways, but yeah. Get that. Now we get to fight yet another Ippon Tatara. This time with an Odachi. It'll do up to 3 slams. 1, 2, or 3. 1. Okay, this is the running attack I was talking about earlier. Oh shit. Fire, fire. Look at Scampus go. Oh, I didn't drop a soul core. That's alright. I still have my Scampus, it's giving me anima. I was thinking, usually, when you use a dark realm like that, it will, in fact, drop a soul core. But not all the time, as I showed you in the first mission with the Inki? I think that's right. no, whatever the other one is. Yoki. With the Yoki. First Yoki in the first mission we fought also did not drop a silver. They have higher chances to than not to, but that's what Body Swap does. Doesn't do a lot of damage, and it's very situational what you do. It does a little damage, but it's mainly for the remaneuvering of enemies. Like I said, you can use it against people with a red eye attack if you do not have anima to burst counter it, or you don't have room to dodge or run. So. Alrighty. I would like to get this. I really want to get this. However, I should get these two first. This gives you key recovery speed within the Yokai Realm and Dark Realm. Yokai Realm is when the little circles they put up, and Dark Realm is the area that bosses of a Dark Realm create. Sometimes yokai bosses will summon their own Dark Realm in the place where you fight them. I gotta see if what there is at the bazaar. Nothing. All right. Perfect. That's what I like. Yeah, so I got really lucky the first level, so I'm not going to complain too bad. Is there any better spears that I got? Yes, there is. And strong attack key damage. Look at that. Look at that. They know me so well. Alright, we're going to go over here and grab our... If you're too close, you'll will whiff the strong attack strong. So keep a little distance. Unlike myself, who is a goober and missed all his shit. See that archer on the roof? He's no good. Take him out. Then when backs are turned, you want to take these guys out. He's got a helmet. I don't think I have a rifle yet. If I have a rifle... No rifle. Rifles will go through helmets. Who would have thunk? There's the break damage I'm talking about. There you go. I forget I had that. Yeah. Huh. Surprise I. Oh yeah, I forgot to... Dang it. I forgot to equip my ninjutsu. Sorry. I specifically got new ninjutsu. It's alright, it's alright. Sacred Arrows do quite a bit of damage. That's what I did right there. I'm gonna save this cat for the boss, if I remember it. An area is already kind of a pain in the butt to deal with, so the cat will help. I mean, you can do it without the cat. I'm just gonna do it with a cat because I have access to the cat. So I'm going to do this the right way. You can run across the fire and go down to the shrine and open it, but I'm going to do it the right way, which remind me again. Yeah, it's over here. Like I said, I'm going to break this guy's horn. Or not. There we go. Come on, break down attack. So the reason I go for the yokai shift grapples, not only for the finesses and stuff, is yokai shift grapples actually do 20% more damage than regular grapples. So it's you're really only robbing yourself if you don't. And I like to use the damage I have at my disposal. So what I'll do is I'll sneak attack. Nice little. I don't know how I wish I would not iframe behind them, but it's alright. Yep. Pretty boring gameplay. I don't do anything too fancy or anything, but you know, until you get the basics of it, I think it works pretty good. Alright, now there is an archer right over here. Get rid of him, he's no good, no fun, no bueno. Alright. And then now, see how a regular burst counter doesn't always hit it. It's only when they hit out a key. You can't always yokai shift grapple after a burst counter. It's only when you burst counter them when they're out of key. Okay? Very important, because I know a lot of people will probably wonder that. Like, how is he doing it when I can't? It's only when you burst counter them and they're out of key. So, and every attack you do when they're out of key will stagger them. So I know it doesn't happen quite a bit. Alright, now we have the first Nioh thing. So we're going to use Purification. Just because it's one of the better things to level up. And then I'm going to hit him in the face and bring him this way. And there's a little archer of the deal right there. Remember, strong attacks, very strong. There's the forge key. That's what we need for our next bit. we've unlocked the shrine. Now I gotta remember to actually equip my stuff. Level up, put some points into skill. Actually, yeah, there we go. 10-10. Alright. Hold off on that real quick. Jitsu. So, eventually, I will get catwalking and stuff like that. But, as of now, Eagle Eye is really good. Alright, so Flux 2 comes next, but I do a little more low stance, believe it or not, than the other. And I don't have access to this yet, and I don't even have access to Fatal Strike yet, so I'm gonna do Reckless. Okay, I've lost my follower, it's okay. What is your gear, guy? Sorry. Really? Stupid khaki. You're bad luck, guy. Focus me instead of the other guy. Alright, makes sense. Shoot, I forgot while I was up there I should have did something. Sorry. We can clear it out again, sorry. Alright, so while we're down here, pop this. I forgot to ready my Nioh. Sorry. Okay. At least he drops it consistently in the Dark Realm. Anyways. It's whatever. I'm hoping I get lucky and get my favorite soul core in the game right immediately. That would be Nioh. I could cheese it and I mean, it'd be a good way to show you how to do it. Let me create a shrine real quick. So what you do to cheese it, you should come over here. You look at the grave. Crushed to death by Nioh for his friendly behavior. So friendly is blue, neutral is yellow, and red is hostile. So he's crushed for his friendly. So you get two chances. It's either yellow or red. There's red, there's yellow. And I didn't have to fight him. However, I didn't get his soul core. So what I would do is I return to the title screen. And I won't cheese this to the point that I get it unless I get it on this next try. I won't waste y'all's time. But this is how you achieve it. Maybe I'll get lucky. Probably won't. It's not a dark zone narcotic, so. Stranger things have happened though, so. Grave. Neutral behavior this time, so very important. So now it's a blue or a red, so. If it doesn't work, you'll end up fighting him. And yeah, it's kind of a decent fight. He can kill you pretty easy. His attacks hit pretty hard. Not all Narukabis have a grave next to it to tell you what to look out for. So, I mean, there we go. Strongly recommend you get good at whatever. Don't waste my time, Gaki. That's all the Kadamas. There is a little extra more in this mission. Just a couple chests and a couple fights. Fire does do key damage, just in case you didn't know. It also does regular damage, just in case you didn't know. Yeah, you walk in that fire. Sometimes you just gotta let the environment do the trick. Do all the work. Alrighty. Beaten to death by Gaki. So, we know this is probably a Gaki. And that is shitty shortcut in the game. And there's an abacus here, I believe. Yep. Camera the abacus. Golden. That's right. The other realm resistance is pretty decent. What it gives you is, make sure none of my other accessories has it. Anytime you're in a dark realm, it makes sure that it your key doesn't recover as slow, you know. So, knowing Team Ninja, there's probably some other facts associated with it as well, but as far as I know, the most important one is that oh, you're gonna follow me down. Is that the key recovery portion. Alright. Level up, make sure I assign my stupid Nioh. Make sure I grab this cat. And shoot this last Gak before I go out. I guess I probably didn't need a Sacred Arrow since I have Eagle Eye Talisman. Gosh dang it, it's alright. Use that. Alrighty. Anera is weak to water and purity. Mainly water. Each little pillar in the room, you can have him knock that down on himself, and he will take a lot of key damage. And he'll become saturated. Opponents that are saturated take 20% extra damage. Opponents that are electrified are slowed. Opponents that are on fire take fire damage, poison, take poison damage, paralyzed, are paralyzed. Oof. Didn't think that was gonna hit. Yeah, knock that down on yourself. Yokai Shift Grapple will take that extra damage out for him. Go ahead and electrify him. Lead him over here. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Fucker. Remember to switch stances, that'll help a lot. Low is really good to avoid. Why don't you come here? Look at that key damage. The reason that made it look so easy is I'm A agility. Honestly, if you're C agility and you're trying this fight, it's going to be pretty rough. Especially if you're D, but you should never be D. C is as high as you should be, and C is going to make this fight really, really rough for you. So I really strongly suggest you are in B or lower. And another thing, if you're in B or if you're in C, Feral will also make this fight a lot easier, because when you go to iframe backwards, especially if you haven't mastered stance switching, if you go to iframe backwards, get my weapon out, you can Feral to extend your iframe, and the Feral burst counter is actually like the beginning of Feral is an iframe. The end part, when you're actually just standing there, you're vulnerable to damage. But when you're moving in it, you're actually immune. So you can use that to extend your iframe. And just like when you roll, you're also immune to damage while you're moving. But when you stuck, you're actually stopped. So it's a good way to, especially when you're like trying to save some key, or yeah, save some key. You can use burst counter and be all right. Anyways, that's it for this mission. I hope you may have learned a couple things. I know I didn't talk as much as I did in the first one, but I think I showed, especially I know I didn't stance swap too much during like actual combat, but I think I did during the boss fight. I know I tried to at least. And strong attack, a high stance strong attack is going to be your most damage very early in the game. And even in late game, when you have the opportunity to do it, it's a very good thing to do. I guess I will go ahead and do one of the dojo missions just to show you what that's about. It's nothing crazy. It's very simple, actually. So you pick this up. You get a swordsman lock. You can actually set these. Okay. You can actually set these locks to be used at the very bottom. To be used as soon as you pick them up. There's no point to not use them when you pick them up. Go to sword. The only one that's, you know, highlighted you can use. Go ahead and use it. Yes. So you go over here to sword. Oh, you had sword of meditation. Now you have sword key. Correct. Okay. Oh wow, key damage. It wants you to grapple them, but whatever. It's such a stupid thing. But the whole point is just to show you can change your skills out. Change it. Such a dumb move anyways. Thunderbolt is way better. Thunderbolt's Odachi, but yeah. Sword of Meditation's retarded. It's whatever. Yeah, and because you completed this, you should be able to, as far as I know, yay, Fatal Thrust is unlocked. And that is the next move we're going to be grabbing for Spear. So I'll go ahead and level up real quick. I'll show you a couple things in the blacksmith that will be probably beneficial to you. And I will call this video quit. First of all, while I'm thinking about it, you want to go here. Oh, no more sacred arrows and things. So you press L3, storehouse, buy as many as they have to offer of sacred arrows, or you know, sometimes they'll give you like roaring ammunition or something. And then we can go to item box. Can't carry any more arrows, but I want more arrows because I don't want to buy it every time I go to the shrine. So I'll buy 50 or 100 or something. Now my divine rice is not being ate up by arrows. Then you can refashion your gear, equipment, tis whatever. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. Hidden tea house, you won't get this till later. But yeah. The reason my grapples do so much damage is because the clan that I'm in, uh, I can't take it off, unfortunately, unless I switch to a different clan on my other characters. It's account wide, but your grapples will still do a lot of damage. Uh, Basically, the clan I'm in reduces their defense by 100% when I grapple. But early on, enemies don't have hardly any defense. So it makes a difference, but not very much early on. Whoops, whoops. Come on. I need to get Flux too. However, I mean, I Flux and I Flux too, but this one is very important too. Increases your key recovery speed when you perform a purification. Yeah, I'd probably do Flux 2 first. Alright, so all of these are pretty random. You don't have to get all of them. What I usually do, key recovery speed's really good, life is really good. I'm gonna do ninjutsu this time. Key, elixir, and then it's gonna be all the same. And then I will switch over here. Yokai. Yep. Alrighty, I think that's it for today. Unless I got any new equipment. Ooh, I got. Ooh. Hmm. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it quits. Thank you. I will see you guys after the next one.